Jesus is the way to heaven. And so my grandfather was not a believer, but I felt the weight that if he did not know this truth and he was on his deathbed and he passed away, that heaven would not be the option he's going to. So with that said and that pressure, I don't know if you've ever felt this when you had pressure on you, all of a sudden there was a fear of failure that I got to get this right. I need, my grandfather needs to be going to heaven. I need to see him in my future. And so I remember I was just studying, I was looking in there, and I did not want to trip up over my words. Now here's the thing. Some of that is not absolutely horrible. I didn't want to fail, but at the same time, I realized the weight of the situation. Now, the weight of the situation does not have to cause fear, okay? It does not have to cause fear if you can bring it to God. However, it should cause you to come to God. And what it did cause me is that it caused me to get into the Word, to make sure that I could study and show myself approved as a workman who could rightly divide the Word of God and present the Word of God to my grandfather. But this was my first time doing it. And so nonetheless, I studied and I prepared and got ready. And so I went over with my father, sat with him, and I preached the gospel to my grandfather. And my grandfather that day accepted the Lord. And again, the very first person that I ever led to Jesus. And I know that he's in heaven right now, that he's waiting, and not waiting, just sitting there. He's enjoying heaven. But I know that there's an expectation that one day I will see him again when I get to heaven. And so what I want to tell you, though, is that, you know what, there are some of these things that come upon us, particularly even for a family. And I hope that you have loved ones right now that if they're not saved, my hope is that you feel the desire, the love, and concern for them for their eternity, because that is a very big and large thing. Now, there are some others that we look at in the Bible that they also had some concerns or some issues with their family. There were some things that were really negative in their family, and gosh, even thinking of my grandfather, when he came from Italy to New York City, he changed his last name because it used to be Catricolo with an O at the end. But I guess O at the last letter of the name in Italy referred to a mafia. So they changed it to an A. And so again, there was a bad history or a bad even connotation that was in regards to even our last name that was changed when my grandfather came over here. And not only did I get to help, or I'm a recipient of a change that he made, I was able to help be a giver of the one true life-giving change for his life through the grace of God and by his mercy to be able to communicate to my grandfather. Now, I said we're going to be talking about a family here. We're going to be talking about a very famous family in the Bible. In fact, it's probably arguably the most famous family in the Bible. In fact, one of the names of God refers to this family. So I don't know if you can maybe guess this family, but let me put it this way. He is the God of blank, blank, and blank. All right? So if you can think of those three names, he is the God of blank, blank, and blank. I'll give you another clue. Father had many sons. All right? So maybe you're getting it. The father or the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When you look at that particular family, that is a very unique family. That family was blessed. That family is the patriarch of families right there.